Good evening. Good evening. I'm Nathan Seaver, principal of Urbana High School. The staff and administration of Urbana High School welcomes you to this year's Underclassmen recognition. We are here this evening to recognize the accomplishments of all of these fine young men and women of Urbana High School. Before we begin this evening, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the people who put a tremendous amount of work in making this evening special, as well as all of our award ceremonies these past 2 weeks. Jamie Jacobs, Jessica Markin, Holly Lewis, Valerie Leonard, Angie Evans, Carrie Thomas, and Greg Howard. Thank you for everything that you've done for us. I'd also like to take this time to thank our custodians, Mike Reeves, Michelle Boardman, Ricky and Roy Campbell. I'd also would like to give a big thank you to our generous and wonderful community for supporting the goals of our students and staff this school year. A special thank you to Mr. Theo and Mr. Grigsby for their help and support throughout the year, as well as to our board member in tonight's attendance as Taylor Armstrong. Thank you for being here this evening. At this time, please welcome our assistant principal, Mr. Tony Grigsby, as he introduces our students of the month from this year. Students, when your name is called, would you please come to the stage over here? And when you receive your award, pause for a brief second for a picture, and then exit the stage down this way.
All right, students of the month for the freshmen, which were in January and May. January, Addison Bass and Ethan Rose. For May, Paige Meadows and Larkin Moore. Sophomores, December, Riley DeMoss and Aubrey Eggleston. April, sophomore, Emma Osornio and Zeke Wasson. Juniors, for November were Callie Jones and Layla Nickel. And juniors in March were Michaela Asticon and Rain Spriggs. Next, I would like to introduce Mr. Trenner for the PBIS Awards.
Good evening. My name is Mr. Trenner, and I am the PBIS coordinator. And for those of you that don't know what PBIS means, it stands for Positive Behaviors, Interventions, and Supports. And basically is a group of students who applied to be in this group to be leaders like throughout the school. We help plan activities and rewards activities throughout the school year and try to come up with ways to motivate students, reward students for good behaviors, and kind of promote the school culture at Urbana High School. So our freshman through junior participants were Mr. Applin, Price Bass, Mike Dale, Morgan Deskins, Alexandra Dixon, Liza Forson, Austin Hill, Stella Johnson, Colton Lafferty, Owen McKendrick, Damian Maddox, Kennedy McKee, Destiny Ramirez, Lola Rice, Solomon Serviano, Nora Smith, Riley Smith, Isabella Talibi, Layla West, Samuel Wilhelm, Reese Wilson, and Preston Wisma. Let's give these guys a round of applause. And next we will have Mrs. Leonard with the National Honor Society.
I am very lucky to get to work with these National Honor Society students. These are intelligent, hardworking kids who understand the importance of serving others. Membership into National Honor Society is based on scholarship, service, leadership, and character. These students have to have a minimum of a 3.0 grade point average, serve their community, be student leaders, and have outstanding character. They will receive their certificates next year, seniors, but I would like to bring them up to the front of the stage for recognition as well as a photo. We'll start out with Andrew Chamberlain. He was just nominated as our treasurer for next year. Audrey Dawson, who will serve as historian next year. Morgan Deskins, Liza Forson, Paris Grimm, who will be our secretary next year. Zoe Huffman, Stella Johnson, Colt Lafferty, Kennedy McKee, Malachi Morales, Peyton Mounts, Lauren Sheltman, Bella Talibi, who will be our vice president next year, Reese Wilson, and Preston Wisma, who will be president. And next we will have Mrs. Petty with Student Council.
Good evening. Ms. Arnett and I took over Student Council this year. And so these students really helped us kind of learn the ropes. They're very dependable and always willing to help. So we have Mike Dale, Liza Forson, Amaya Green, Stella Johnson, Allison Myers, and Preston Wisma. Next we have lots of people with some counseling awards.
For the Counseling Department Awards this year, we would like to recognize the students who have been selected to represent Urbana High School at Buckeye Boys and Girls State. For Buckeye Boys and Girls State, teachers vote on a current junior boy and girl who show the qualities of leadership, scholastic achievement, good citizenship, and a willingness to participate. Buckeye Boys State is a hands-on experience in the operation of the democratic form of government, the organization of political parties, and the relationship of one to the other in shaping Ohio government. At Boys State, young men learn about city, country, and state government through the nonpartisan objective education approach. The American Legion Buckeye Boys State program will be held at Miami University this summer and is sponsored by the Ohio American Legion. This year's representatives are Preston Wisma and Andrew Chamberlain. Buckeye Girls State was designed to educate Ohio's young women in the duties, privileges, rights, and responsibilities of good citizenship. By getting involved in the process, delegates will learn about city, county, and state government. Buckeye Girls State will be held at Bowling Green State University this summer and is sponsored by the Ohio American Legion Auxiliary. This year's representatives are Lauren Sheltman and Liza Forson. And now if I can have Mr. Grigsby and Mr. Seaver come on up to join us for the all-year honor. Okay, students, as I say your name, you'll come on up the stage over here, grab your certificate, and then make a line in front of the stage, please. And we'll do it by class. Freshman class, Addison Bass, Giselle Bragg, L.A. Brown, Elijah Bergdorf, Dylan Canizo, Jordan Carroll, Leroy DeReamer, Madison Farmer, Megan Goings, Addie Hagee, Hunter Hill, Trent Hoffman, Emily Hughes, Grady Lance, Hazel Lytle, Olivia McKendrick, Kathleen McHenry, Carson McKenzie, Jared McNeely, Paige Meadows, Calvin Mitchell, Larkin Moore, Chloe Nannerone, Lola Rice, Ethan Rose, Eveline Shelley, Brianna Schuler, Jana Scott, Briley Spriggs, Mallory Stokes, Braylon Thompson, Michael Upchurch, Kylie Venrick, Nick Webb, and Reagan Wilson. Nice job, guys. For sophomores, we have Sophia Alvarado, Haley Arnold, Price Bass, Alex Boardman, Morgan Boyd, Lacey Caton, Everett Chapman, Colt Cotner, Gwendolyn Daly, Maybelle Davis, Rylan Davis, Riley DeMoss, Lainey Dingledine, Alex Dixon, Brody Donahoe, Aubrey Eggleston, Kenneth Elliott, Kevin Endress, Emily Fisher, Sarah Gonzalez, Jaron Howell, Avery Jenkins, Kylie Johnson, Micah King, Camry Lance, Vincent Lytle, Brock Martin, Ashlyn Markley, Connor McCoy, Liam O'Brien, Brian Parkamore, Jesselyn Puckett, Destiny Ramirez, Brooklyn Randall, Samantha Rohr, Michaela Rowley, Jason Saban, Jonna Sloat, Nora Smith, Elena Stacy, Colton Teepee, Charlotte Tim, Evan Upchurch, Maximus Van Hoos, Ezekiel Wasson, Logan Webb, Layla West, and Layla Wooten. Congratulations, guys. And finally, the juniors. Mika Ostakon, Bella Brown, Isabel Butterfield, Braden Kane, Lydia Carpenter, Andrew Chamberlain, Jalen Cook, William Cordell, Emily Culp, Logan Daniel, Julian Davis, Audrey Dawson, Morgan Deskins, Brooklyn Dingledine, Liza Forson, Paris Grimm, Kiana Giselle, Reese Hildebrand, Gavin Howard, Desiree Huffman, Zoe Huffman, Lauren Hughes, Lexi James, Stell Johnson, Callie Jones, Hayden Kelly, Mark Burns, Jacob King, Colt Lafferty, Owen McKendrick, Zach Mazer, Cassie Mason, Jody Mayfield, Kennedy McKee, Peyton Mounts, Maya Mount, Sheena Moy, Allison Myers, Layla Nickel, Cameron Phillips, Andrew Putman, Corinne Ryan, Dylan Sanchez, Jasmine Scott, Zoe Schaffner, Lauren Shelton, Bailey Smith, Emma Smith, Riley Smith, Braden Spriggs, Isabella Talibi, Haley Trainer Donahoe, Elizabeth Upchurch, Samuel Wilhelm, Reese Wilson, and Hayden Wise. Nice job, guys. Congratulations. And next, we have Mr. Steve Wilhelm with Career and Technical Education Students of the Year. And Mr. Russell.
Good evening. Career and technical education is a term applied to schools, institutions, and education programs that specialize in the skilled trades, applied sciences, modern technologies, and career preparation. DECA, FFA, CBI, and other classes that fall into this category are available for students at UHS. The 2023-24 Freshman Career Tech Student of the Year is Lauren Stallings. Lauren joined the Ag Education program in 8th grade and has taken full advantage of what FFA has to offer her freshman year. Lauren has competed in the following contests: soil judging, food science, public speaking, where she won the sub-district contest and moved on to compete at district, veterinary science, and livestock judging. She also attended the Mission Impact Leadership Conference in Columbus in the State FFA Convention. She will also attend the Washington Leadership Conference in DC this summer. Finally, Lauren will serve as the Urbana FFA Sentinel next year. Congratulations, Lauren, and thank you for your hard work and dedication to career tech. The sophomore CTE Student of the Year is Colt Teepee, and I don't believe Colt is here tonight. So I am going to hand it over to Mr. Russell to present the junior.
The 2023-2024 recipient of the Junior CTE Student of the Year Award goes to Bryce Stambaugh. As a DECA student, Bryce placed first at the District 4 competition and attended the Ohio DECA Career Development Conference. Next year, he will serve as our VP of Business Partnerships. And as an FFA student, he served as the chapter secretary during the 23-24 school year and will serve as the vice president this upcoming year. This year, he received a gold rating on his secretary book at the state competition and was awarded his state degree. On top of his CTSO involvement, he finds time to work and continues to stay busy. He highlights exactly what CTE education can do for students, and we couldn't be more proud and excited to have him returning to lead both DECA and FFA next year. And next we will have Ms. Kress and Mrs. Ridge for the English department.
This year's Freshman English Student of the Year is Evie Shelley. She is a strong student academically who brings both original perspective and genuine curiosity to the classroom. She asks insightful questions and makes refreshing observations. Her drive for excellence in academics is truly matched by her drive for knowledge itself. I look forward to seeing her shine in her future endeavors. Congratulations, Evie. And this year's Sophomore English Student of the Year is Kylie Johnson. Ms. Denman says Kylie is a hardworking and conscientious student. She puts forth full effort into her work. During discussions and etc., she is quick to make multiple connections, put forth thought-provoking ideas, and add significant value. It has been a pleasure to have Kylie in her class this year. Congratulations, Kylie.
At Urbana High School, the two highest level classes we offer in English are CCP 1 and 2. At this moment, I'd like all the CCP 1 students to stand on up. Stand up, go on. I just want to say, thank you, yes, recognition. I wish I could give all of you an award, I can't, but thank you for working so hard. Oliver Wendell Holmes once said that a mind stretched by new ideas never goes back to its original dimensions. The CCP Student of the Year this year epitomizes this quote through their constantly evolving work and even through their facial expressions. Whether writing a personal essay, research paper, participating in discussions, or simply just listening in class, I can see the student's mind stretching. Trying to understand a new point of view, analyzing difficult text, considering something new, or even revising a sentence or a paragraph. And ultimately, it's taking on new dimensions. Congratulations to Jasper Schaffner, who is an intelligent, hardworking student and naturally talented writer, and definitely deserving of this award. Congratulations. And next we have Madame.
I have the pleasure of working with a lot of excellent students. I would like to congratulate my French 1 class in particular for making their award the most difficult choice I've had in a long time. It is awesome to have so many deserving students in one class. Tonight, I'd like to recognize Maddie Farmer as the French 1 Student of the Year. Maddie's scores are at the top of her class, and she has an excellent balance of listening, reading, writing, and speaking skills. Her midterm exam story and her family presentation were both exceptional this year. I appreciate her participation and her work ethic. Great job, Maddie. The French 2 Student of the Year is Jaren Howell. Jaren is an exceptional student who has truly incredible accuracy in his French listening, reading, writing, and speaking. His test scores and presentations have consistently been the highest at the French 2 level all year. I appreciate his hard work and attention to detail. It is a pleasure to have him as a student. And finally, the French 3 Student of the Year is Paris Grimm. Paris is an outstanding student and a hard worker. She has always been very dependable and prepared, and this year she has really impressed me with her comprehension and her creative writing and presentations. I enjoy her positive attitude and her sense of humor in the target language. Félicitations, Paris. And next we'll hear from Mr. Steinmetz with Health and PE.
And just like that, I multiplied my cohort, Mr. Trenner, to them. So on behalf of our department, we have the pleasure of presenting freshman, sophomore, and junior department awards. And I'll start with the freshman, and that freshman is Addison Bass. Addison is not only a student who excels academically, but she is an absolute pleasure to have in class because of her work ethic, her determination. It's very quiet, but yet it's very evident in her pursuit to be very successful. And so she's just an absolute pleasure, and I'm so thankful to have the experience of having her in my class.
All right, next we will do the sophomore student of the year, who is Vincent Lytle. So Vincent stands out with his constant effort and positive attitude every day in class. He always gives his best and inspires his classmates by setting a strong example. I'll to celebrate Vincent's dedication and work ethic, and keep up the good work. And our junior student of the year is Colt Lafferty. Colt is a fantastic student who always sets a great example and works hard in class. His positive attitude and work ethic make him a role model for his classmates. We're proud to honor Colt for his hard work and leadership. Keep it up, Colt.
Next will introduce Mr. Klingler.
Good evening. My name is Mr. Klingler. I'm the UHS manufacturing teacher in conjunction with Ohio High Point Career Center. We're located right below us down in the old industrial arts, called this the old school over here. And what we teach down there is computer-aided design, welding, automation, robotics, just manufacturing skills for the students of today. So, as I call your name, please come on up, and then I'll talk a little bit about you up here. Freshman of the year is Ethan Rose. I think he is out tonight because of illness. Next, Mike Dale. He is the sophomore student of the year. And Ethan Bakken, who will be the senior student of the year. Now, I truly appreciate these gentlemen, and because of their tremendous work ethic and technical skills. And down in our classrooms, there's always a lot going on with people running equipment, and they might be on computers, but we're always kind of at different stages. But I really appreciate these guys because I call my class TAs. Anytime that a student needs help, they're more willing to step up, help that student. They're always figuring out engineering problems, if we're doing CAD work, whatever. So these guys have some bright minds and definitely great careers ahead of them. So thank you very much. Next up is the math department, Mr. Dixon and Mrs. Bell.
Good evening. The freshman mathematics student of the year was battling for the highest average all year long in our class. Honors Algebra 2. Was always prepared every day, ready to learn, inquisitive when she didn't understand something, always ready to participate, always engaged, was willing to help others in class, and did all of this as a freshman in a class that is all sophomores and juniors. So our freshman student of the year for math is Hazel Lytle.
Mr. Pitzenberger couldn't be here today, and he's the teacher awarding both the sophomore and junior math students of the year, so I will read what he has to say about them. So, the sophomore student is Zeke Wasson. Zeke is the only sophomore in pre-calc. Zeke is a strong student who quietly goes about his business. He may not be the most talkative or ask the most questions, but he is usually taking in the information and making connections between the information in class and the real world. I look forward to seeing, well, Mr. Pitzenberger looks forward to seeing Zeke next year in AP Calculus. The junior math student of the year is Lauren Shelton. Lauren Shelton has the distinction of being the only junior in AP Calculus. She consistently gets top marks and is a person her senior peers look to for help on questions. She handles the difficult material by using perseverance and great sustained effort. Her willingness to give her all on a regular basis makes her the junior math student of the year. Next up, we have Mrs. Dykoff.
Hello. The Media and Technology Department covers a wide range of classes, including classes like multimedia and digital photography that are more media oriented, and then we've got like personal finance and accounting that are more like business and technology related. So, probably accounting is probably the most difficult class that I teach with all the concepts and new things that people learn. Our junior technology student of the year is Lauren Hughes. Lauren has a very good work ethic, always gets things done by the due dates, always makes sure things are done right. This year I have her for accounting, which is probably the most difficult of my classes. She pays attention to detail, makes sure that she understands the underlying concepts, and seems to be able to handle difficult material with ease. And then the sophomore media technology student is Layla Wooten. She also has very good work ethic. She asks really good questions that make me know that she is thinking and truly understanding the material. Both of these girls are very quiet, but I was going to say very quiet leaders in the classroom. They may be quiet, but they are not meek. They both have an unshakable confidence, determination, and maturity that should not be underestimated. And next, it looks like the science department with Mr. Lytle, Ms. Westerman, and Mrs. Zabaros.
The 9th grade student of the year in the science department is Hazel Lytle. While she's on her way up here, I would also like to recognize Katie McHenry. Katie and Hazel both worked their way into the state science fair this year, and both of them received superior ratings at that highest level. Urbana students have been doing better and better in that competition. We've never before had 2 superiors, though, at that level in the same year. Anyway, Katie also earned 2nd place in the whole state in the behavioral science category. I don't have a certificate to hand out, but Katie, if you just stand and be recognized, that is a big deal. And so the department award goes to Hazel as the student in the honors section with the highest average across all 4 quarters. She's done great work. Congratulations, Hazel.
It is my honor to present this Science Student of the Year Award to an outstanding sophomore in our honors biology class, Nora Smith. She consistently earns top grades and approaches learning with a quiet determination, solving problems independently and demonstrating deep critical thinking. Her dedication and passion for science inspire her peers and set a high standard for excellence. Her achievements, we are incredibly proud of her achievements and confident she will continue to excel in her future endeavors. Nora.
I'd like to present this year's Junior Science Award to Andrew Chamberlain. Andrew is always on track, and he asks thoughtful, high-level questions. He's not afraid to respectfully challenge the techniques and problem-solving methods I'm teaching to see if there's a better way to do them. He works very well with his other 2/3 of his lab group, the 3 Musketeers. So, congratulations again to you, Andrew. Sorry. Next up is Mr. Shelley, I believe, with the Social Studies Department Award.
So before I start, I should probably acknowledge my gratitude to Mr. Lytle just made my job easier. The freshman winner is Eveline Shelley. So no matter how I consider the criteria, whether it was grades, obviously, class leadership, discussion, participation, writing, Evie was the top student. I looked for ways to avoid this, but I didn't find it. She may not love history the way that I do, but she certainly understands it, and I'm not going to embarrass her anymore. Aww. Okay, I have no qualms about embarrassing the other winners. The sophomore winner comes from the College Credit Plus US class. This class covers 1492 to the present. It replaces the AP US History class, and it lets students earn 2 college credits from Edison State. The winner has obviously been one of the top students all year. She's also one of the most engaged and hardworking. Whether during lectures or discussions over the reading, it's always obvious that this student is among the most well-reasoned and you're not just paying attention, but adding things that are in depth. One example of her dedication, last week, as she and her group began the last project, I overheard her tell her group, guys, we really need to step it up. I can't have the same grade I got last time. What she got last time was apparently just less than 100%, which was unacceptable to her. This year's winner is Kylie Johnson. And finally, the junior class comes from the AP government. I've had the core group of this class for 3 years now, and I see most of them here. They are one of the best group of students I've ever had. And I've told them this before, I embarrassed myself in front of them, but if their parents are out, you guys have done something right. This is an amazing group of kids, and I'm really gonna miss them. Choosing one of them feels like a betrayal to the rest, but I can only choose one, obviously. I looked at grades, of course, but I also thought about other qualities that are necessary in a political science class, qualities like a willingness to not just participate in discussions, but to also take risks with ideas and answers, a willingness to accept the rigid writing guidelines that AP sets down, to accept my criticism of that writing, and then to actually meet and exceed those guidelines, and especially an ability to bring opposing points of view. More than anyone else, during discussions, this student was able to bring both conservative and liberal viewpoints to the table. I often relied on her as the student able to bring a point of view that maybe no one else had thought of or brought up. This year's winner is Reese Wilson. And next up is Spanish.
Good evening. The Spanish 1 Student of the Year award goes to Evie Shelley. Evie has earned the highest grade of both of my classes. Evie's attention to detail and genuine desire for learning is rarely seen, especially at the freshman level. Although Evie wants every word she writes or says to be exact, I look forward to challenging her in future years as the language becomes messy and creative with idioms and more challenging grammar. Congratulations, Evie. This year's Spanish 2 Student of the Year was also last year's Spanish 1 Student of the Year. Once again, Michaela Astacon has proven herself to be the top earner of her Spanish class. I appreciate her attention to detail and willingness to participate on a daily basis. It is evident that language and culture are two subject areas that she enjoys, and it shows in her work. I look forward to having her in Spanish 3 again next year. Congratulations, Nika. And the Spanish 3 award this year goes to Layla Nickel. Layla is an exceptional student who has a natural talent for the Spanish language. She picks up tenses and vocabulary easily and is able to use them flawlessly. I am always impressed with her use of tenses and vocabulary in her writing long after we have studied it. Although she is often quiet in class, she is a fierce competitor when it comes to an in-class game, and we see her true spirit come out. I have enjoyed having her the past 2 years and wish her luck in her studies next year. Congratulations, Layla. And next is Mr. Howard.
All right, good evening. It's a little chilly in here. Put my jacket on. Before we do our Scholar Awards, I wanted to the Ohio High School Athletic Association has established an annual state sportsmanship, ethics, and integrity award. The guidelines for this were someone in the school or community who's continually exemplifying good sportsmanship, a positive role model for others, a person who reflects a high level of ethics and integrity dealing with students, a person who demonstrates positive values, and a person who has contributed to the well-being of youth of the local high school. So let me just reiterate that last bullet point. A person who has contributed to the well-being of the youth of the local high school. When I read those qualifications, or I guess when I read those qualifications every year, and especially that last line for this year, my thoughts immediately went to Kylie Horn. So she can make her way up here if she wants. Surprise, Kylie. So I've known Kylie for quite some time, going way back to preschool days with little Zayden and Gavin. Now with our not so little boys, being juniors, I've seen Kylie really step up to help with senior nights at multiple sports and took on a huge role in after prom. This isn't a new venture for Kylie apparently either. She's always stepped up when her kids have needed it. I mentioned this this week to one of our elder coaches, Brandon Deskins, that we were recognizing Kylie and immediately got an earful. So if you know Brandon, you know. He talked to me forever, but told me how proud he was of Kylie and how he couldn't remember her missing a game or a team meal when her two daughters, Madison and Marissa, played soccer, track, and basketball as well. I reached out to a few coaches, parents, and teachers as well, and I wanted to read quick responses that they gave me. First up was Jack DeLong. He said, I was very fortunate to have coached 2 sports where Kylie volunteered as parent help. Kylie has been amazing, supporting every athlete on the team by providing them not only snacks and gifts, but as a support system. It's amazing to see the support she gives to every athlete, ensuring they have someone there in their corner for them. Christy Wilhelm added, Kylie has been instrumental in pulling off another successful after-prom activity for our juniors and seniors. She stepped up to lead the organization of fundraising, selling tickets, coordinated parent parking attendance at prom, and of course, helping to get the kids home safely. Kylie has given additional hours that are extremely precious to ensure that Urbana students continue to have great high school experiences. Zach Huff added, thank you. Without your help, our season would not have gone nearly as smooth. Your presence at every meet and love that you show to all of our kids is honestly amazing. You are just as important as us coaches. Your love is infectious through our program, and we are very lucky to have you around. Carlton Cotner added, every successful team or organization has people working behind the scenes to help make things go. Kylie is that person. Anything that needs done, she is first to volunteer to make it happen in an effort to provide a great experience for our climbers. People like Kylie are invaluable. She, like many of our parent volunteers, are what makes Urbana such a special place. We have a couple more. Carrie Thomas here beside me said that Kylie is always willing to lend a hand, whether with actual work, getting things done, or just brainstorming how to make things work. She's a true asset as a parent and a volunteer. I can say that the 5 visits in the last week and a half have been proof of that. Thomas Russell has said that Kylie has helped the DECA chapter win state and national recognition with the Real Money, Real World program that she implements. She is selfless in these efforts, always asking what direction the DECA chapter wants to go and offering to help. Kylie also gives volunteer hours to judge at this district and state competitions whenever she can. And finally, Kai Scott said, "Thank you, Kylie, for everything you do for the school and for sports. I know you don't really like me, but I appreciate you anyway. Love, your brother, Kai." So all of these examples, and I'm sure many more, are all factors that we took into consideration this year for the OHSAA State Award for Exemplary Contribution and Service is Kylie Horn. All right, the Central Buckeye Conference, CBC, and our athletic department would like to recognize those students who have earned all-year honor roll status and have earned at least one varsity letter this year. We'd like to congratulate all of our UHS athletes who've earned this honor, but please hold your applause till the end.
Excuse me while I move this down about a foot. Mr. Howard requests that you come in the order in which you are called. Freshman, Addison Bass. L.A. Brown. One moment while we reset. Eli Bergduff, Maddie Farmer, Addie Hagee, Trent Hoffman, Emily Hughes, Grady Lance, Hazel Lytle, Olivia McKendrick, Jared McNeely, Chloe Manarin, Lola Rice, Abby Shelley, Janaea Scott, Riley Spriggs, Mallory Stokes, Michael Upchurch, Nick Webb, and Reagan Wilson. We'll start with sophomores: Price Bass, Morgan Boyd, Colt Cotner, Lainey Dingledine, Alex Dixon, Brody Donahoe, Kevin Endress, Emily Fisher, Avery Jenkins, Kylie Johnson, Camry Lance, Vincent Lytle, Brock Markin, Destiny Ramirez, Samantha Lohr, Jason Saban, Nora Smith, Donna Smoke, Colt T.P., Logan Webb, and Layla West. Juniors: Isabel Butterfield, Braden Kane, Emily Culp, Logan Daniel, Jillian Davis, Morgan Deskins, Liza Forson, Paris Grimm, Reese Hildebrand, Gavin Howard, Lauren Hughes, Stella Johnson, Colt Lafferty, Owen McKendrick, Kennedy McKee, Peyton Mounts, Maya Mounts, Corinne Ryan, Jasmine Scott, Lauren Sheltman, Bailey Smith, Riley Smith, Braden Spriggs, Bella Talibi, Elizabeth Upchurch, Sam Wilhelm, and Reese Wilson.
All right, the Urbana Athletic Department would also like to recognize and praise our triple threat athletes. Once you guys are done with this picture. Triple threat athletes are someone who has completed in at least 3 sports this year. And to show our appreciation to these triple threat athletes for all their hard work, we offer them a certificate, a newly designed Urbana triple threat t-shirt. Okay. I'll hold that up for everybody. Jasmine Scott asked for a new design, so we did that for her. Oh yeah, that was all you. And we give you guys an all sports pass for the 24-25 school year. So especially in a smaller school like Urbana, I always say, in a tough CBC conference, these athletes were essential in our teams being successful. So please join me in a round of applause after all these names are read.
Freshmen, Addie Hagee, Michael Hooten, Grady Lance, Hazel Lytle, Peyton Longstreth, 4-sport athlete Olivia McKendrick, Damian Maddox, Lola Rice, Colton Roberts, Hannah Saylor, Briley Spriggs, Mallory Stokes, and Ronnie Weimer. Sophomores, Price Bass, Mike Dale, Brody Donahoe, Avery Jenkins, Lucas King, and Maddie Long. somehow despite double checking, triple checking, and going through everything, I'm sorry Liza Forson was inadvertently left out of the program. We will fix that for you, Liza. We're gonna go ahead and call her up, along with Zayden Johnson, Owen McKendrick, Jasmine Scott, Bailey Smith, Braden Spriggs, and Natalie Turner.
I will turn it back over to Mr. Seaver at this time.
Let's give these outstanding students one more round of applause. All their accomplishments. I started off this evening by saying a special thank you, but I want to close with the same one. Again, our sincere gratitude to our generous community and to our dedicated staff for supporting our students and meeting their goals this year. To the parents of our students, thank you for giving us the opportunity to work with your children. Again, congratulations to all of our students on their awards this evening. Thank you for attending tonight's program, and please drive home safely.